selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Every whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich, the whole club.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
One, ready? 12, 12, 12.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
11 MT, tape. 11 MT, tape. 11 MT, 11 MT.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. The Bengals at 5-7 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On third down, Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bengals nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Bengals drive about to get going. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, Ritter. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Wow. That ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
On one, ready?
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 45.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, and it's second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Come on, set. Right through. Black Ultra. Yellow. Ready?
Ritter from the gun. That's brought in downfield by London. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper and 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bengals 46-yard line.
On the double. Block it. 6.
Ritter now. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And London motioning left. Here's Ritter. And he is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Well, he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Falcons 14, Bengals nothing. Youngway Koo to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
11.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
11 mighty.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
11, 11, 11. Stop.
Again, it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Thomas. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Eleven. Stop.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Burrow going to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This is brought in at the 21. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and it will be Falcon football.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ready.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ritter from the gun on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's Jackson to return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Fielded just inside the 30. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. That one deep for London. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Set, ready.
2nd and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
But so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Whoa.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
1st down, and they'll start with Algier. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Ready, ready. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Starting the drive with Algier. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Algier again on second down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Ready,
3rd
ready.
and 3.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw, Ritter. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. With it is Jackson. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
12, 12, 12. Dot.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
11, 11, 11. Dot.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. He'll get this up to about the 44.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
11, 11. Dot.
Burrow will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
11 MT, 11 MT. Dot.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. There he goes left side. Still on his feet. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ritter back to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That's thrown underneath to Algier. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Going play action. Ritter. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Injury on the play, and that's the last player you want to see hurting, the quarterback, Desmond Ridder. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash, this from 48. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Here we go. Here we go.
Algier now up the middle. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll try again, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Bengals 7. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Gun.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing right around the midfield stripe. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop.
Here we go.
And that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Burrow now off the bootleg. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. On the counter, here's Algier. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They'll stick with Algier. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
3rd down, here's Algier. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play.
Here we go.
But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. as this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every...
Instead of comparing the three, let us exist in peace. I'm really just getting started. You've only witnessed the tease. 10,000 steps ahead as I choke on it. 2017 was my moment of truth. I was a year away from not being known as a youth. Approaching manhood. Peach fuzz covered my chin. Even then I would leave rap going with the wind. I'm not a Muslim, so why would Allah pretend? I'm not too good at following trends. I am the trend. I am the truth. I am the God. I am the Zen. There is no way around it. My just make amends. These flows are coated golden. If you the then I must be the cold and exploding what the commode is. Real soon they gonna have to mention Mr. Clay the magician with the greatest of Drizzy, Drakes, and Wheezies, Andres and Jiggers, Pac, Biggie, and Nas, Face Mob, Yeezy, and Raekwon. It's easy to say these things looking for clout, but this is non-fiction. The proof's in the pudding, it's none missing. You and your opinion, you can stick that up your... I jumped to touch the sky and landed on planet Uranus. Houston, we got a problem. No need to look for solutions. I'm stacking Eisenhowers. Deceased presidents in the wall in my residence as I increase step